This is the kind of water you can breathe, I thought. Perhaps there's just a secret to breathing water. Something simple that everyone could do, if only they knew. That was what I thought. That was the first thing I thought. The second thing I thought was that I knew everything. Letty Hempstock's ocean flowed inside me, and it filled the entire universe from egg to rose. I knew that. I knew what egg was, where the universe began, to the sound of uncreated voices singing in the void, and I knew where rose was, the peculiar crinkling of space on space into dimensions that fold like origami and blossom like strange orchids, and which would mark the last good time before the eventual end of everything, and the next Big Bang, which would be, I knew now, nothing of the kind. I knew that old Mrs. Hempstock would be here for that one, as she had been for the last. I saw the world I had walked since my birth, and I understood how fragile it was. That the reality I knew was a thin layer of icing on a great dark birthday cake, writhing with grubs and nightmares and hunger. I saw the world from above and below. I saw that there were patterns and gates and paths beyond the real. I saw all of these things and understood them, and they filled me, just as the waters of the ocean filled me. Everything whispered inside me. Everything spoke to everything, and I knew it all. I opened my eyes, curious to learn what I would see in the world without me. If it would be anything like the world inside. I was hanging deep beneath the water. I looked down, and the blue world held below me receded into darkness. I looked up, and the world above me did the same. Nothing was pulling me down deeper. Nothing was forcing me towards the surface. I turned my head a little to look at her, because she was still holding my hand. She had never let go of my hand, and I saw Letty Hempstock. Darling, did you fall asleep? My little dreamer already passed out. I suppose we'll have to wait until tomorrow to finish this. Come here. Cuddle up closer to me. Shh, it's okay. You can fall back asleep. There you go. God, you look so beautiful like this. Curled up against my chest. Your mouth open a little as you softly snore. You always say you never snore, but I know better, don't I, sweet boy? You make the cutest sounds and motions when you sleep. I can always tell what sort of dream you're having. I can tell when you're having a nightmare. You clutch onto me so tightly and make those soft little whimpers. Or when you're having a good dream and you very nearly wake yourself up laughing. My sweet boy. How can I even begin to tell you how much you mean to me? Every time I try, you get embarrassed. You try so desperately to change the subject. Is it really so difficult to believe that you make me happy? I know you've been hurt before, giving your heart to people who didn't deserve it, and that left scars. But, darling, I will kiss each and every wound. I will always be there for you, and you just have to let me. I only want your happiness, your comfort, your peace of mind. I never want you to go a day without knowing just how beautiful and special you are. Every time I call you beautiful or handsome, you scrunch up your face and stick out your tongue, as if such an expression could color my worlds false. If anything, it only makes me love you more. I wish you could see yourself through my eyes. See that every little thing you do only makes me fall deeper. All your little eccentricities, your flaws, those bits of yourself that you try to keep hidden, your passions. I cherish every single one, the good and the bad, because they're what make you you. I damn the people who hurt you, who made you believe that you were anything less than spectacular. I don't understand how someone so incredible could be called such things. I tell you those things aren't true, but what will it take for you to see it too? I know it wasn't easy letting me in. I know how badly you struggled. I could see it written on your face. You wanted to trust me. You wanted to let me hold your heart in my hands, but all those past experiences terrified you. And you worried I'd be just another disappointment. You still do sometimes. I see those walls being built back up now and again. You have so much to say, but you worry that your words don't matter, that I won't listen, that I won't care. But I do. You've no idea how proud you make me. You do so much for others, putting everyone's needs before your own, breaking your back to see to it that no one has a bad day. You take all of the pain in the world and work painstakingly to turn that darkness into something light and beautiful. That's work only a saint could do. You've come so far in such little time. You've broken through the chains that held you back, and you've grown, taking steps towards your goals. I know you worry that you're going too slow, that there's always something more you could do, but darling, you forget. Baby steps are still steps forward. There's nothing to be ashamed of. I can't wait to see what you do. How you'll continue to change the world around you for the better. You are incandescent, truly a guiding light in my life. When I met you, I wasn't in the best of places. The cloud of gray surrounded me and followed me always. I was only a shadow of a woman, but when I saw you walk into that coffee shop, I knew that you'd change everything. It was one of those moments where I finally felt the tides of fate shift in my favor. You smiled when you saw me, and after a few minutes of awkward conversation, I ordered a coffee for both of us. We sat down and lost ourselves for hours in conversation. No topic was out of bounds. We spoke of past loves, of nights when everything seemed darkest. We shared our wounds, and I knew I wanted to fix you. How wrong I was. The most common mistake with first loves. You forget that they don't need fixing. There was nothing I could do to steal away your pain. I couldn't fight your battles for you. though I tried my hardest to. But what I could do was ease the burden, offer you a safe place in my arms where you could rest before facing the war outside. You've stayed with me through it all. You've asked for nothing but for me to be myself. And you have loved every single facet of me. How on earth do I make it up to you? How do I show you your worth, your value? You have done what no one else ever has. You gave me a reason to love the world around me. That's something I never thought I'd feel again. I actually feel excited about life. Your exuberance and excitement rubs off on me, and I see the world through your eyes, delighting in the new and terrifying. I want to experience it all, and what's more, I want to experience it with you right there by my side, holding my hand, kissing my cheek. My beautiful little daydreamer. There will never be another like you. The space you occupy in my heart belongs solely to you, and always will. Rest easy, sweetheart.